is that?
I tell you this. This is how my children's lives. I have never added up what I'm worth when I was worth minus 50,000 or whatever I'm worth now. I've never added. I just go along and do my own thing and try and maximise the value of what I'm involved in and live privately, because, you know, all of us, the biggest judges for all of us are ourselves. Not what the Sunday Times rich list, not what the press or politicians say. It's ourselves, how we live our life and what we do and what we accomplish.
Knowing its limitations, does money still motivate you?
Money motivates me for independence. Okay.
But you have enough, really. But you're still pursuing it.
Hopefully. Dermot Desmond one time, he said, enough is never enough, which is probably true from everybody. But no, it's not. I'm motivated. I go through a process of reinvention every number of years. Reinvent myself where I'm going to have energy for the next 5 or 6 or 7 years in doing the things I want to do. And that's what motivates me. It's setting out my stall and where I want to be in 5 or 6 years' time, because that way then I know I'll give 100%.
One last question for me, then I'll open it up. Where is the best golf course that you've ever played?
The best golf course I ever played was Pebble Beach.
Where did you play with Tiger Woods? Is that true?
I've played to Tiger Woods and Pebble Beach. I played to both. I've played lots of times with Tiger Woods, so not just one course, but. But no, I think I say Pebble Beach is just the scenery in Pebble Beach is just remarkable, and it's a great tradition, the golf course. It's a beautiful place, and my favourite course in Ireland is Waterford.
How do you measure up on the course to Tiger? Is it not slightly intimidating?
Tiger knows how bad I am, so I'm not a bit embarrassed.
All right, look, anybody have any questions from the floor? I think we have microphones, do we, that we can pass around? We'll take 2 or 3 anyway. I know that people are pressed for time. We have a hand raised in the 3rd row here on my left.
Hi, Dermot. You say that you reinvent yourself every couple of years. What character trait do you see that has been with you all along that's been crucial to your success?
I suppose drive and energy. That's the kind of, if you said that's the hallmark, it's just not giving in, going forward, and if I believe in something, that I'll see it until it's turned over.
Okay, anyone else? Right in the middle here, closer to the back.
Hello, my question is to do with Celtic, and would you be pushing for Celtic to play in the Premier League? And a second question, should I put money on Celtic doing the European Cup in the next 10 years?
Second question first, absolutely. As long as you do with Bet Chronicle. On Celtic, I think that my ambition for Celtic is that it performs, outperforms any other team. I think what we establish a club, I participate in a club that we've got no debt. We own all our assets, we own our players, and we make a profit, and that we want to continue on that way, because we're probably one of the most independent clubs in the whole of Great Britain and Ireland. And if we keep our independence and we keep our following, that someday they will recognise the value that we bring to the English Premier League. So they will open up some time to us. I don't know what it's going to be next year or the year after, but it would certainly, I would think, in the next 10 years.
Do you think the footballer's salary should be capped?
I think there should be the expenditure should be capped per club. That if you put a limit of 50 or 60% of revenues, that should be, or else it goes in form of equity. But I don't think it should be in debt, because certainly in the Championship in the UK, I would say there's probably 10 or 11 clubs that will go into administration, and I wouldn't be surprised that 3 or 4 will go into administration in the Premiership. Yeah.
Okay. This chap here at the back, just right beside you there, yeah.
Dermot, since we probably can't all borrow anymore for property, what's the one thing that this economy should do in order to generate economic activity over the next 5 years?
I think what it should do is in relation to I think first of all it should create a fund. If you're saying to me where it should spend money, it should spend money in helping entrepreneurs and helping innovation. Because really there's enough people around in this country that have probably wonderful ideas about establishing businesses, or establishing enterprises like a financial service centre, or it could be something else. It could be an art and drama. It could be so there's lots of opportunities around. And I think what we want to do, we want to construct a plan to say, okay, how do we control costs? How do we make things more efficient? So that's one side of your profit and loss statement. That's the expense side. And that's what we should do, because we know there's lots of waste throughout the public sector, and also the private sector. We've been spoilt in the way that we have allowed costs to increase above our potential revenue. So then on the revenue side of it, I think we've got to look at where are the opportunities in Ireland, where should we direct our competitiveness. Okay? What can we do to see where there's going to be contraction in the IFSC? What areas will there be a growth? What areas in the pharma area that we should be investing in? What areas in the technology and the biotech areas? What areas in the agricultural area? What should we do about it in tourism? And you spread that out, and you create little initiatives all around, and then collectively the environment starts to change, confidence starts to restore, people start to spend money, there's some sort of stability there. Banks then see that the red ink is being removed, there's slight black ink coming into the profit and loss statements, and we move forward like that. But let's prepare a 1-year plan, a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, and there's different action needed in each stage of those plans.
Okay, we're going to leave it there for today. Just a couple of notes before we say goodbye to you. The series continues with George Hook, who's going to be speaking to the veteran politician, Reverend Ian Paisley. That's on Wednesday, May the 27th. Further speakers coming up include Leslie Buckley, business consultant and founding director of Digicel. That's on Wednesday, the 30th of September. Maeve Donovan, the managing director of the Irish Times, on Wednesday, the 7th of October. Fergus Finlay, the chief executive of Barnardo's. That's on the 28th of October. And Eamon Fallon from Daft Media on the 11th of November. And you need to register through the NCI website, ncirl.ie. And I've also been asked to tell you that the NCI exams are currently in progress, so your assistance would be appreciated in leaving the building, just keeping it as quiet as possible, because the afternoon exams start at 2 o'clock, so it's important that people are as quiet as we can be leaving the building. I'd like to much for being here, our regulars and those of you who have come along today for the very first time, and I hope that you'll return to join us for the rest of the series. And of course my special thanks to Mr. Dermot Desmond, who's been so frank and wonderful to talk to for this hour. Thank you so much. See you next time, folks. Thank you very much indeed.